The Stormcast Eternals. They are brave men and women who have died in the name of Sigmar, or the God King, has deemed worthy enough to raise them from the dead and turn them into gods walking among men. Their position being that of a right to be earned, and it is very difficult to earn. The Space Marines, on the other hand, are children who were able to survive the trials given by the chapter to earn the right to initiation and have the gene seed of their respective chapter. They are then trained even more to become the Angels of Death, the elite protectors of the Imperium. The Stormcast are reforged by Grugni. They are not only gods walking among mortals, they are the antithesis of the Chaos Warrior. They are Order Warriors forged with lightning which run through their veins. Their essence are antithesis to chaos, death, and destruction. They are incorruptible and unyielding. Most Space Marines, however, are still susceptible to chaos corruption. They either die against it, or live long enough to see themselves serving it. Whereas the Stormcast are men and women elevated by Sigmar, much like Paladins and Asgardians. An entire Storm host is formed by smaller conclaves of Stormcasts, and these make a greater whole, with a Lord Celestant at their head. The Space Marines, on the other hand, through gene seed implants, become superhumans that have only one purpose: war. Their nature sparks a debate for whether or not Space Marines are still humans, or if they are mutants. However, both sides of the argument agree that they are not truly human. Their organizational structure is much more similar to that of a traditional army, with traditional ranks, companies, with a chapter master at their head. But for me, there is one factor that shows that the Stormcast Eternals are not fantasy Space Marines. Something very minuscule, yet it makes all the difference in the world. And that difference is, there are no female Space Marines. The Stormcast are formed of brave men and women who have been elevated by Sigmar to their status due to their courage in battle. They are essentially Valhallans who have gained right to enter into Asgard. The Space Marines are a fraternity of warrior monks who use gendered language such as battle brother, and that is okay. It is these differences which makes both the Stormcast Eternals and Space Marines unique from one another. And it is why the Stormcast Eternals are not fantasy Space Marines.